You're waiting to turn right at the end of a road. What should you do if your view is obstructed by parked vehicles? Stop and then move forward slowly and carefully for a clear view. Move quickly to where you can see so you only block traffic from one direction. Wait for a pedestrian to let you know when it's safe for you to emerge. Turn your vehicle around immediately and find another junction to use. Turning right at a crossroads. An oncoming driver is also turning right. What's the advantage of turning behind the oncoming vehicle? You'll have a clearer view of any approaching traffic. You'll use less fuel because you can stay in a higher gear. You'll have more time to turn. You'll be able to turn without stopping. What does this motorway sign mean? Temporary minimum speed 50 miles per hour. No services for 50 miles. Obstruction 50 meters, 164 feet, ahead. Temporary maximum speed 50 miles per hour. Why should you look carefully for motorcyclists and cyclists at junctions? They may want to turn into the side road. They may slow down to let you turn. They're harder to see. They might not see you turn. You're about to start a journey in freezing weather. What part of your vehicle should you clear of ice and snow? The aerial, the windows, the bumper, the boot. Lane motorway. How should you overtake a slow-moving lorry in the middle lane if it's showing this sign? Cautiously approach the lorry, then overtake on either side. Follow the lorry until you can leave the motorway. Use the right-hand lane and overtake the lorry normally. Approach with care and overtake on the left of the lorry. You're carrying two 13-year-old children and their parents in your car. Who's responsible for seeing that the children wear seat belts? The children's parents. You, the driver. The front seat passenger. The children. What should you do when you're using a contraflow system? Choose an appropriate lane in good time. Switch lanes to make better progress. Increase speed to get through the contraflow more quickly. Follow other motorists closely to avoid long queues. What should you do as you approach this overhead bridge? Move out to the center of the road before going through. Find another route, this one is only for high vehicles. Be prepared to give way to large vehicles in the middle of the road. Move across to the right-hand side before going through. Driving past a line of parked cars. What should you do if a ball bounces out into the road ahead? Continue driving at the same speed and sound your horn. Continue driving at the same speed and flash your headlights. Slow down and be prepared to stop for children. Stop and wave the children across to fetch their ball. There's been a heavy fall of snow. What should you consider before driving in these conditions? Whether you should fit an amber flashing beacon to your car. Whether you should drive without wearing your seat belt. Whether you should wear sunglasses to reduce the glare. Whether your journey is essential. What will reduce fuel consumption? Driving more slowly. Accelerating rapidly. Late and heavy braking. Staying in lower gears. When could the cost of your insurance be reduced? When you're under 25 years old. When you don't wear glasses. When you pass the driving test first time. When you complete the Pass Plus scheme. How will a roof rack affect your car? There will be less wind noise. The engine will use more oil. The car will accelerate faster. Fuel consumption will increase. You're at an incident. What could you do to help an unconscious casualty? Take photographs of the scene. Check that they're breathing normally. Move them to somewhere more comfortable. Splash their face with cool water. When may you use hazard warning lights while you're driving? Instead of sounding the horn in a built-up area between 11:30 p.m. and 7 a.m. on a motorway or unrestricted dual carriageway, to warn of a hazard ahead. On rural routes, after a sign warning of animals. On the approach to token crossings, where cyclists are waiting to cross. What must you do when you're overtaking a car at night? Flash your headlights before overtaking. Select a higher gear. Switch your headlights to main beam before overtaking. Make sure you don't dazzle other road users. When should you check the engine oil level? Before a long journey. When the engine is hot. Early in the morning. Every time you drive the car. Where should you avoid overtaking? Just after a bend. In a one-way street. On a 30-mile-per-hour road. Approaching a dip in the road. You're following a cyclist. What should you do when you wish to turn left a short distance ahead? Overtake the cyclist before you reach the junction. Pull alongside the cyclist and stay level until after the junction. Hold back until the cyclist has passed the junction. Go around the cyclist on the junction. You're following a large vehicle as it approaches a crossroads. What should you do if the driver signals to turn left? Overtake if you can leave plenty of room. Overtake if there are no oncoming vehicles. Wait for the driver to cancel his signal. Wait for the vehicle to finish turning. How should you overtake horse riders? Drive up close and overtake as soon as possible. Speed isn't important, but allow plenty of room. Use your horn just once to warn them. Drive slowly and leave plenty of room. What can you expect if you drive using rapid acceleration and heavy braking? Reduced pollution. Increased fuel consumption. Reduced exhaust emissions. Increased road safety. How should you signal if you're going straight ahead at a roundabout? Signal right on the approach and then left to leave the roundabout. Signal left after you leave the roundabout and enter the new road. Signal right on the approach to the roundabout and keep the signal on. Signal left just after you pass the exit before the one you're going to take. What could you do to help injured people at an incident? Keep them warm and comfortable. Give them something to eat. Keep them on the move by walking them around. Give them a warm drink. What should you do when you're using a contraflow system? Choose an appropriate lane in good time. Switch lanes to make better progress. Increase speed to get through the contraflow more quickly. Follow other motorists closely to avoid long queues. When should you leave a 2-second gap between your vehicle and the one in front? When it's raining. When it's dry. When it's icy. When it's foggy. What will be a serious distraction while you're driving? Looking at road maps. Switching on your demister. Using your windscreen washers. Looking in your door mirror. What does this sign mean? You have priority. No motor vehicles. Two-way traffic. No overtaking.